Hey, beautiful people, this is Sonya, also known as SG from Let the Ladies Speak. Let the Ladies Speak is a podcast where we discuss life, love, dating, and relationships. And right now, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself and talk about the future direction of the channel. Number one, I am a 45-year-old nurse. I'm a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for 17 years. I've been in healthcare for over 25, who enjoys mental health, behavioral health, and I am an advocate for self-love and healing. I have been through a lot in my life, as a lot of people have, and I have used a lot of tools that I didn't even know were available. I started my podcast, which is titled Let the Ladies Speak, as a way to initially just to have conversations, but COVID hit and so many things happened at the same time. And I started the podcast because one day I was at work and I always had something to say. And one of my coordinators said, if you had a podcast, I would listen to it every day. And I was like, So I looked into what a podcast was, right? And that kind of stuck with me. And then, like, I always have friends and people at work who would come to me and ask my advice on certain things or just have conversations. And even like working with patients, just how I would interact with them or diffuse situations. And people will always tell me that, you should be a therapist and you should have a show, or, they would just say certain things like you should be a counselor. And finally, I knew we were going into lockdown, and I told my team that we weren't coming back into the office. And I was driving home, and I started thinking about how safe my space is. And so my very first podcast was titled Creating a Safe Space for Your Mate, because I wanted to discuss what it was that I felt or needed in my previous relationship. And I was honestly happy that I wasn't coming home being locked in with this person and the dynamic of our relationship. And it's not that this person is a bad person, it's just that our relationship, we weren't in a healthy place to be in a relationship together. And I did the podcast. I shared it with some friends. My friends shared it with people. And even to this day is my highest viewed listened to, I should say, podcast. So after that, people start giving me requests for other topics. And I just kind of went from there. That's what made me start the podcast. Now, as far as the YouTube channel, originally I was just uploading my podcast to the YouTube channel. But Ready to Love came back, and that's a show that I watched. Like I said, I am not big on reality TV because I become emotionally drained. A lot of times, if there's a lot of pain or trauma in a person, I feel it and it makes me sick or causes me heartache. So I have to be mindful of what I expose myself to. But I kind of like Ready to Love. And so I had already said that I would take tidbits of this show and do it for the podcast. And I did have a couple episodes. I didn't use the character names, but I did the podcast based on episode. So I decided to review the show because I wanted to reach a bigger audience. And I figured I would put the vegetables in the meat sauce, so to speak. So I will put the message in my reviews, which is why my reviews are structured the way that they are. I enjoy reviews. There are a lot of shows I don't and won't watch, but I will go watch the reviews, right? But I wanted to do it from a standpoint of, let me just see if I can offer some information or some insight or share my experience, because I'm a single woman and I know what the dating field is like. And I felt like Ready to Love was a great show to just kind of talk about the show, talk about dating, talk about love, talk about what I've learned. That was the reason for me doing reviews. I am not really a reviewer, so to speak. I just feel like there's lessons to be learned. My ultimate goal, guys, if I'm being completely honest and transparent, either I am currently getting my master's degree, but it's in nursing. I'm thinking about changing to psychology. I really just want to help people. I want to help women understand and enjoy their power. I want to do dating and life, love, self-love coaching. I want to encourage individuals to be the best version of themselves. I want to share the lessons that I've learned and the tools that I've been given and the tools that I continue to use and the areas I continue to work on and the research that I continue to do, because I do a lot of research on psychology and mental health. I just want to be able to help in that way. Those are my goals. Moving forward, what my thoughts were is that I would just do reactions to certain videos and certain things versus me doing full blown reviews. I may review Ready to Love when it comes back, but I'm not sure about reviewing a lot of shows, if that makes sense, because that's not really what my goal is. And it's not the direction that I'm going into. But I really want your opinion. So let me know what you guys think. Would you like for me to continue doing reviews, or would you like me just doing reaction videos? Because let me tell you right now, Married at First Sight, I have some things to say about some of those couples. I am not married, and I've never been married. I've been in long-term relationships. I've been engaged, and all of those things, but I have not been married. Okay, but there are some issues there. There are some issues there that are just related to relationships, like bowel and this resistance to taking baths. That is a problem. So I kind of want to do reactions to that. So those are really my goals. But let me know what your thoughts are on that. What is it that you would like to see in the future? Let me know. I have a lot that I am willing to share as far as my past. I will start doing more shorts about my podcast. I am going to dove more into my podcast because I've kind of abandoned it a little bit and I need to get back to it. But I'm doing a lot. I'm working, I'm in school, and I'm trying to do this. So I'm just trying to balance everything out. But at the end of the day, my goal is to promote healing, self-love, have healthy conversations, and motivate. That's what I want to do. So let me know if that's something you are interested in. I love our community, and I just want to be a help to our community. I want us to be the best versions of ourselves, and whatever I can do, however I can do it. I think the Lord has given me these experiences to share, and they're not just for me to learn lessons, right? And I want to share my lessons. So with that being said, that's the direction of the channel. We're going to, for now, I'll do some videos on different, again, dating advice, life, mental health lessons, things like that, and some reactions to some of the shows, because some of these shows have started and there's no way for me to start reviewing them right now anyway. So I'll just start, just doing little tidbits on my thoughts and give analysis and insight to some of these shows. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you like. And let me know if you want to know more about me personally. I'll be happy to share to a point. I have no problem with that. But that is the direction we're going to go in for now until I see what you guys are saying. But bottom line is, I appreciate you coming to my channel. I appreciate your support. I appreciate the comments and the thumbs up and just being here. You don't have to be here, but you're here, and I appreciate you for it. If you have any questions about nursing, my braces, or anything else, let me know. I can talk about that as well. No problem. You just let me know what you want to talk about in the comments below. Please and thank you. I want you to have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Take care, and I will see you soon.